Strasburg's like been this thing we've been waiting for a long time. Like, he came into the league, everyone knew he's going to be really, really good. Then
his first game, he had the 13 strikeout game.
Yeah, and he had those Tommy Johns, and it's just...
Yeah, but...
It's been a process, but he's here.
I mean, Scherzer...
He is the MLB version of the process.
Yeah, right. But Max Scherzer from April to into October, phenomenal. I'm gonna go with Scherzer just because of that consistency.
I'm gonna go with Kershaw. And I know it's not, like, you can't say... I mean, even in the playoffs, he didn't do great, but the playoffs don't really matter. But Kershaw, I think, is just so... He's the best pitcher in baseball.
Oh, yeah. No, he is. The crazy thing is he won 18 games to lead the league, and he missed like a month and a half. Yeah.
So I think that's enough for me. And there's no doubt when you watch Kershaw pitch, and he's had his struggles in the playoffs, and everyone knows that, but he still won those games. Like... Yeah, surprising somehow he still won those games. But I mean, like, Kershaw is far and away the best pitcher we have in baseball, and really, really special, like one of a kind player.
Yeah, he is. No, he's. I mean, I don't like him that much, but he's phenomenal.
I don't really like him that much either. Because he's a Dodger. He's a Dodger, but I mean, he's. It's like that whole like in the NBA, like LeBron, you kind of have to just recognize him as a good player, and then. Not like him for your own personal reasons.
There you go.
But, so American League, now you've got Corey Kluber from Cleveland, Chris Sale from Boston, and Luis Severino from New York. Yankees, not Mets. That'd be National League.
Yes.
So, who do you got here?
It's going to come to either Kluber or Sale. Both were phenomenal. Both deserve it. I'm gonna go with Corey Kluber.
I'd go for. I'm just gonna go. For a personal bias here, Sale. Just because he had, like, he cut his teeth in Chicago for a long time.
Yeah.
And then he's finally like, I'm here.
He had 308 strikeouts, which is unreal, and 40 more than the next person, which was Scherzer. But,
he's I don't know how he throws at all and not tear his arm off.
He's so small.
He's so tiny. How does he get it going? That like how is he a great pitcher?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like an even skinnier Tim Lincecum.
Yeah, he really is.
He's like it's crazy. But I just go for Chris Sale here, and I have no I wouldn't be mad if Corey Kluber won it, and I wouldn't be mad for it any of these nominees on any of these awards all deserve it in their own right, but. I would just personally like to see Chris Sale win it here.
Yeah, he did pay his dues. Yeah, I'll give him that.
He paid his dues on the White Sox for a long time. He's finally on the Red Sox, and there we go, got it.
That's fine. I'm okay. Honestly, I had no problem with Chris Sale winning it. I think I go Kluber.
All right, MVP, big awards. The ones that really count.
Starting the American League, because the National League had 15 people that could have won it.
All right, so I'll let you go on your little rant about who you think is missing from this list or whatever. But American League, I think, is a lot easier to call what we think the winner is going to be. So we've got Jose Altuve from Houston, Aaron Judge, crazy rookie in the American League nominees for MVP from the Yankees, and Jose Ramirez from Cleveland.
Yeah, it's got to be Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve.
I
would give him the trophy just for being 5'6" and hitting 30 home runs.
He hit 346. His power was off the charts this year. I'm trying to think.
He was over 30 home runs.
Yes.
Right. Being over 30 home runs and hitting 346 already in a normal year. And baseball was really, really good this year. A lot with the NBA. People were just killing the ball. But for baseball,
He had 24 home runs.
24, okay.
I thought he had more, but...
I thought he had more, too. But he's still 24 home runs is really, really great for his position. And
batting almost 350. He stole 30 bases on top of that.
Imagine if he was a 30-30 guy, too, with batting 350 and he's 5'6". It's just like a
25-30. That's... 25-30 with batting 350 is just unreal.
Aaron Judge did have 52 home runs.
Nah, he struck out way too much.
Yeah, It's really, really cool to see Aaron Judge up here just because he's a rookie and you know, like, oh, great, here comes the next Yankees dynasty or whatever. But
yeah, wait till they sign, like, massive free agents next year.
Now they're like, okay, we've got our young guys, so we can go and spend all our money, right? But yeah, Jose Altuve, I think another guy, he deserves it, and the playoffs don't really matter, but I played great during the playoffs too.
The big difference for me here is Jose Altuve struck out 58 times. Aaron Judge struck out 208 times.
That's amazing.
So that should tell you what you need to know there. But yeah, I'm going Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve. Anything about Jose Ramirez?
It's funny because Jose Ramirez was phenomenal this year. On a really good winning team. Let me pull his numbers up real quick. I don't know why I can't find them. I'm blanking.
I mean, the leader for the Indians.
Yeah, I mean, he really took the league by storm this year. I mean, he really started it last year in the postseason, especially against the Cubs in the World Series.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, with all these awards, like they're all great players and they all deserve to be like on the list. And I wouldn't be mad with anyone. I might be mad if Jose Altuve didn't win it here, but I mean, he batted 318, 30 home runs, 83 RBIs, 17 stolen bases, and his defense is great, and he can play multiple positions. Yeah. So, and it's cool that we have, because I remember the last few years we have a lot of players that are batting over 300 and also over 30 home runs.
Yeah, or
close to 30 home runs.
Yeah, and like this year, I think. I wonder what they do with the ball. Is everybody saying the ball was juiced this year?
I could tell. I mean, if it is, then you could definitely see it because, I mean, Aaron Judge hitting 52 home runs, Stanton hitting 60.
59.
Yeah. And, I mean, everyone, like, there's so many players this year that had, like, career years. Mm-hmm. I could definitely see that, but, I mean, if they're doing it, just keep doing it because baseball was really fun this year.
41 players hit 30 home runs or more.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's unreal.
That is insane. I used to be like, oh yeah, Goldschmidt, he hit 30 home runs. That means he's elite, right?
Yeah. Yeah, one home run just be good. But
speaking of Goldschmidt, so moving on to the National League MVP nominees. Another one where I got the horse in the race, and you already know who I'm going for, who I think should win it.
Of course we do.
But we got Paul Goldschmidt from Arizona, Stanton from Miami, who we've already mentioned before, and Joey Votto from Cincinnati. You know, Votto is probably... I'd want to say Votto's like third here in probably most people's minds. But Votto had like an amazing, amazing year this year.
The craziest thing is Joey Votto had the best numbers of anybody in the National League.
Yeah.
On the Reds. So, which make him even better given that he's the only player that they're like not pitching to.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy hit 320. He walks every at bat. But, I mean, he hit 36 home runs, had 100 RBIs. Do you know how impossible it is when nobody on your team gets on base?
Yeah.
His OPS was 1,032. I mean, he walked 134 times. Walked. Aaron Judge struck out 200 times.
See, now this is different than like NBA awards. MVP can definitely go to teams that are bad in the MLB. It doesn't happen for NBA. You know, your team has to be good as well. So, do you think Joey Votto deserves it more than Paul Goldschmidt?
This is where it comes down to preference. This is why this is going to be the closest race by far. I mean, I want to see what the other voters were. I mean, Nolan Arenado wasn't nominated. Charlie Blackmon wasn't nominated. Chris Bryant wasn't nominated. Anthony Rendon wasn't nominated in the top three. I mean, Rendon and Bryant were by far the best third baseman. Bryant led the league in WAR for most of the year. He was better than he was last year when he won the MVP.
Yeah. Harper missed too much of the season.
Yeah, Harper missed too much of the season.
But I mean, if he had been healthy and then played like he was healthy, he'd been totally in this conversation too.
Charlie Blackmon had 100 RBIs from the leadoff spot, which is almost impossible in the National League, which is almost impossible to do. Nolan Arenado, another great third baseman, and then you've got Goldschmidt, who was the best player on a winning team. You've got Joey Votto, who has the best numbers, but his team is terrible. And then you have Giancarlo Stanton, who hit almost 60 home runs. This is like I still don't even know who I'm going to pick.
Stanton was finally. So the thing with Stanton was like this was the year that he was finally healthy for the entire season.
Yes,
and you could see like what everyone has been craving over or crazing over ever since he got in the league. It was like he's special. And you never saw it because he was always out half the year. But this year he was finally healthy, and you're like, okay, yeah, I can see. He hit 60 home runs.
He only played 120 games prior to this year twice in his career.
Yeah.
Which is since 2010.
Yeah.
So it's just he was just unreal this year. He has 132 RBIs, which is just out of this world.
So give me Paul Goldschmidt's numbers, because I'm fairly sure he was right around 300 average.
Yeah, Paul Goldschmidt batted 290. Wow, what terrible numbers. 297, 36 home runs, 120 RBIs, and he stole 18 bases.
Yeah.
And a Gold Glove.
Yeah.
So,
he's great on, like you said, Gold Glove. He's great on defense, too. I mean, the 120 RBIs is what I think would put it over for, like you said, Joey Votto had 100, and he's on a worse team. Mm-hmm. So it's harder to get RBIs if people don't get on base.
Yeah, it is.
You know, personal preference here, I'm going to go with Goldschmidt just because of all the factors, and I'm going to try to give the best argument. He was on the best team of all three of these guys.
Yes.
He had comparable numbers with all three of these guys. His average was lower than Votto's, higher than Stanton's. Mm-hmm. He had right around the same home runs. Well, not Stanton.
I think the thing that Votto really has going for him, though, is he was on base 454.
Yeah.
So almost every two at-bats he was on base. And I just want to give Justin Turner, I'm really sorry I didn't mention you earlier. You also had a phenomenal year.
If there was an MVP of the playoffs, if the Dodgers had won it, he would have won it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was... Justin Turner and Yasiel Puig were amazing.
The nice thing about the MLB is they release, like, the top 15 MVP getters, like, vote getters, so you can see, like, how they were ranked. I'm really curious to see, honestly, like, 1 to 10 all the way down.
When do we see those numbers?
They'll come out
whenever the winner's announced.
Yeah. So, I'm going...
When is the winner going to be announced for these?
November 16th.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Paul Goldschmidt because I like him from winners. That's just my. As a basketball
fan, that's we've always been like. Yeah. You know, the winners is like you have to win to be the MVP award, and that's why everyone had a problem with Russell Westbrook winning it last year. Mm-hmm. It's because he was in the playoffs, but he didn't win. He wasn't like.
They were just beating him on bad teams, and he was just getting rebounds. That's why he won.
Yeah,
but Joey Votto and Giancarlo Stanton are 100% deserving of the MVP
You know what's funny? Paul Goldschmidt won this award, or I already said he won this award.
Sean has inside information. Make
Paul
your
Goldschmidt
now.
We're both picking Paul Goldschmidt for this award in one of his down years for average.
I know. He deserves. It's really because they're winning. Like that's why he should be. He's always in the conversation as he should be. But yeah, that's who I'm picking.
Best first baseman in baseball.
But Joey Votto.
Sorry, Chris Bryant.
Good.
Or sorry, Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, Yeah, okay. So your OBP was like 10 points higher than Anthony Rizzo's. Ooh.
Yeah, best first baseman in baseball.
Their numbers are like almost equal.
Best.
Okay, fine.
All right. So that's our MLB awards. I think we'll revisit when this comes out. We'll revisit and kind of talk about what our thoughts of every winner is. Like we said, of all like most of these awards, you wouldn't be mad if any of these people won it. Like if any of the nominees won it that we didn't pick, I don't think we'd be mad, especially for like NL MVP or NL Cy Young. They're so close in all these. Like,
the only ones that we can get upset at are if somebody other than Bellinger and Judge win Rookie of the Year. That would be a problem.
Altuve.
And Altuve for MVP. Those would all probably be problems.
All right, so switching gears here, let's move on to the NBA. So we've had
one more thing.
One
more thing.
Trevor's got one more thing for MLB.
So, as you know, MLB free agency already started. JD Martinez, who obviously had a career year with the Tigers and Diamondbacks, is now looking at a $200 million contract.
That's some money.
Good luck, Arizona.
That's some money. I think we can pay it. I don't think we will.
You can figure out where to put Greinke's contract, then you can probably pay it.
If we still want to be good, I think we'd have to bring back Greinke too.
Yeah, it's just so.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate how this stuff works out in MLB. It's just you trade for this guy to make a playoff run, and then you make the playoffs. You have a great year, and then he's like, okay, see ya. I'm gonna go get $200 million from this guy over here that wants to pay it. Probably Yankees.
Yeah, them are the Giants. Giants will take anybody at this point after having a terrible year. Anyway, we can go on the
But
NBA.
they had a terrible year, so they'll win the World Series next year.
No matter there's some nobody is going to come up and be the MVP this year.
Every other they'll have 2 years off of being good and then 2 years of being good. It's like clockwork. All right, so moving on to NBA, we already have a trade in the NBA.
First trade of the year.
First trade of the year.
Yeah.
For